Hi folks, how are we doing this week? It is Friday, the 13th of August, and this is another video vlog thing. Here we go. Hi. How is everyone doing this week? I'm pretty good. I've had a weird week where I've been thinking about community a lot, which is quite cool. A lot of my creative background has been in community, so getting involved with Miss Imp when I was still at university, and then that really being a sort of key nursery for the ideas I have. That was an important place, and I had a really lovely session at the Miss Imp Weekly Drop-In yesterday, run by a very awesome pal of mine called Emily Brady, who runs the Improv Treehouse podcast and is just an all-round very impressive person. That was very cool, and we had a musician and improviser and creative called Sam Marshall, who I've known for years, and he is one of the directors of Hideout Productions and is the musical director of Rhymes Against Humanity, who is an improvised musical based in Nottingham. And between the two of them, they ran a really lovely session where there was lots of playing and doing different improv games and scenes, and some singing involved as well, which is one of the most challenging things I think about improv. It's at least an area that I always want to do better in. I'm quite anxious about the way my singing voice sounds. I think I do the speaking quite well, but the singing is where it gets a little iffy. It's something to work on. It's always good to have development goals. Yes, but that was lovely on my Thursday, and the night before I'd had a couple of old theatre friends who were over, and we had dinner and chatted and caught up. And it just left me thinking about how much I gain from being a creative freelancer and having different people in communities who are involved in the work to talk to and feel engaged with. When I became a freelancer, I got involved with a sort of weekly coffee morning run by the awesome folks at Relish Theatre, who are a London-based theatre group. And every week, usually it's either a Thursday or a Friday, they have a Zoom hangout and call, and you chat and share experiences, and there's room to boast if you're feeling proud, and room to ask for help if you need a bit of help, and just you get to know people, and it's really lovely. And I think I touched on it the other week when I said there's room enough for everyone in the arts. We aren't in competition with each other like that. There was a post that's been going around this week online that said the arts is not like sports. We aren't trying to become the best. We aren't trying to win gold. We're just trying to make work to keep people entertained. And there is a bit of competition for funding, but that is a product of the system rather than the actual nature of the work we're doing. And when you can get those spaces where you can exist as artists together, I think it's so important to connect with those and find that sense of community and comradeship, and people who will cheer for you and suffer along with you and might be able to give you the guidance that you don't have, which is cool. Also, this morning in the post, this arrived. I have an equity card now. That's very cool. So equity, if you are not in the UK, is the Actors and Performers Union, and I've paid up my dues for a year, which is very exciting, having got enough work to actually get membership for that, which is really cool. Feeling very excited about that. And that leads on to different things like workshops and job opportunities and loads of other support that they offer, which I still need to spend more time finding out about. That's going to be really cool. So one of the things that I think has helped me with making my own work, and I'm thinking about the fringe theatre shows I've done, so Fall of Byron Montrose, By Myself and Burning Man, is that with existing in a community, you have the natural flow and rhythm of that community. And if you're in a community that encourages the making of work, then surprise you make work. There's that theory that you're sort of the sum of the 5 people you interact with most, I don't know which 5 people I do interact with most, but I know that the people I spend most of my time with are driven, creative types, and that encourages me to do more work like that, which I really love, because making entertainment for people is the stuff that I live for and I care about, you know? If you are looking for communities and that sort of thing, the easiest way is to start searching online. If you are lucky enough to live in a place where there is an existing set of institutions, if you look there, a lot of theatres and companies will have networking events. The Nottingham Playhouse has the Amplify programme, which is a great place to link together artists all across the East Midlands to hopefully find work, support each other. And with that network of people, you'll find you have different takes and different ideas on things. Your reach becomes so much further when you have a network that's also supporting you. And a big part of that network is going in and celebrating what they do. It's not just arriving and shouting about yourself, which is really tempting, because a lot of times you can get quite cynical with the, right, okay, I'm going to go to these people and I'm going to tell them about my opportunity, my show, and then they'll come to it. And if that's done, great, they've done what I need them. It's not a way that's actually going to work. You might get once or twice with that, but if you're not going to give back to a community and a network, then they're not going to support you. So I think one of the big things with being a creative freelancer is just be generous with your time and your interest. It can be super easy to get caught up in what you are doing, finding that thing that you are working on and making that the only thing you do. And you never know what takes you're missing out on if you don't engage with that. The bigger the pool, the further you can swim. One of the things that I always think about when it comes to finding communities is they won't always exist. And guess what? In that case, you get to be the brave person who puts the flag on the hill and say, hey, I care about this, I do this, does anyone else do it? The weird thing about taking this action is that you'll find yourself becoming a voice of authority. You'll get looked to as the person who holds the flag when you put it in the hill. Doesn't matter about your experience level. If you want to start finding more work for yourself, if you are the person creating community, finding the opportunity to connect people, championing the work they do as much as your own, you raise yourself up along with everyone else. We're all boats on a river, and when the tide comes in, we all go up. When we start letting the water out and the tide comes down, we all start getting caught on the mud. There's something I follow online called the Improv Boost, which is run by a brilliant improviser called David Escobedo, and he is the most positive, sunshiny, lovely man out there, and he just cares about raising up people and getting them to a place where they get to shout about the work they're doing. He does a little bit of his own stuff there, but a solid 95% of the work he's sharing, championing and promoting is all about other people, drawing attention to them, raising the awareness of their different causes. And that is such a lovely and rare thing. It seemed so strange when I found it. I had been working very much under the mindset of, right, I just need to keep shouting about my own work. The more I talk about me, the more people will hear about me. And if everyone's doing that, we're all going to go deaf from hearing about the noise that goes on when everyone is uninterested in everyone else. You'll actually start a conversation when you take an interest in what is going on. And I think that is the most important thing to do when you're finding your creative community. Focus on other people, yell about what they're doing, because other people are doing really cool stuff, I promise you. And if you go in with that attitude, they are going to find the stuff you're working on really cool, really interesting as well. And I guess that's my thoughts on communities, which is sort of where I'm going to wrap off my creative insight this week. Insight, that's probably too strong a word. It's the things what are in my brain. In terms of the opportunities I've been working on, I am still doing a little bit of work on the Audio and Painkiller projects that I mentioned in the other video. I'll put more links to those at the bottom of here as well. But that's it. It's going to be a short vlog this week, so that's where we are. I hope you're well. I'm going to get on with some work. Enjoy your weekend, stay safe, and talk to you soon. Bye.